war. Hidden in the shadows, emotions collide. Let's shed some light on what we often hide. Let's take a moment, let's pause and breathe. Discuss the struggles that we often weave. In a world so loud, it's easy to drown, but in unity we rise. Let's live without a frown. Just know you're not alone, we're in this together. So join us on this journey, it's a bumpy ride. Facing fears and doubts, let's put them aside. Through the highs and lows, we'll find our way. In the heart of our stories, let's seize the day. Share your thoughts, let your voice be heard. In this safe space, unleash every word. Together we're stronger, let's break down those walls. In vulnerability, my friend, true strength calls. Let's stand up and fight with hearts open wide. So join us on this journey, it's a bumpy ride. Facing fears and doubts, let's put them aside. Through the highs and lows, we'll find our way. In the heart of our stories, let's seize the day. With hearts open wide. So join us on this journey, it's a bumpy ride. Facing fears and doubts, let's put them aside. Through the highs and lows, we'll find our way. In the heart of our stories, let's seize the day.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good to be back. It's been a while.
It has been.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, lots have gone on, and so we're back with a new look, kind of new way of doing things. No holding back this time. The gloves are off. We're going to call out the fakers. We're going to call out the bullies. We're going to talk about some very interesting conspiracies starting tonight. We have Wild Bill, or Enigma, is back tonight. So, and we're going to start with a cracking one, which will be all about the American president, or president-elect. He's going to get in. He's not going to get in. He's going to win the election. But we're going to talk about his supposed shooting or assassination attempt or hoax or whatever you want to call it, because there's lots of conspiracies surrounding it. So we'll have a chat about that. But how's things been with you?
Yeah, things are good. It's had a week off with the boys because they were off school.
Yeah.
So I spent some time. I took the boys to their first ever football game to see Saints play Stoke, and it was good. So that was quite nice to do something different with the boys.
Cool.
And then with Portal to the Paranormal, I looked the other day, a bit like what we've done. I haven't done a podcast for Portal since April. That was the last time I did a podcast, was in April with them. So revamped it, done a new video, did my own song for it. So I'm excited. That's going to be kicking back up as of next week.
And we got the video to show later. So,
so got some good guests lined up on that side of things. More about the paranormal stuff. And just looking forward to Christmas. I've got to be honest. I don't know what people think in the chat, but we went to a market on Saturday, and people had their Christmas stuff out, and I was like, I'm getting that feeling to get the Christmas tree out and start decorating my house.
Okay.
So yeah,
I have seen a lot of people on TikTok and that putting up their Christmas trees, and I'm like, far too early. Far too early for that.
Though? Is it though? They got the Christmas adverts. They got Christmas movies showing already, and
Christmas only starts when you hear Mariah Carey start wailing in the background.
yeah, maybe.
So,
but I'm debating it. I'm debating getting the old Christmas tree and.
Wow. Okay. That's
about it. But what about you? How have you been?
Not too bad. Been writing a lot of songs. Been a bit up and down. I got a little bit into the dark zone for a little bit of a while. I admit I was struggling. So, but yeah, I'm back. I feel positive. And yeah, I'm literally looking forward to the next few months and seeing what happens. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I quit my job, and I'm starting a new job in the next few days. I'll tell you more later on. I don't want to discuss it on here.
That's fine. But you're bouncing back like a bunny.
I'm bouncing back like a bunny, yeah. Like my name keeps changing to a rabbit for some reason. In the gay world, I'm not a rabbit. I'm a bear because I'm hairy and got a beard. You don't need to put a bunny rabbit up on the screen. So, but I'd like to say hello to everyone in the room. We have Danny. We have Tracy Potts. Nice to see you back, Tracy. Hope Chris is well. Tell him we want him back on the show soon. We have the Mad Wecker. Good morning and welcome, everyone. And we have Parallax Network. And yeah, Nando, I'm sorry. I think you're losing this one.
Mate, I think, do you know what? We had this time last year. No, it was the 7th. I think we did one early in November last year. And I had my tree up and everything, if you remember.
Yeah, still too early.
I think I'm going to do it.
Still too early. Well, shall we bring on Wild Bill?
Yeah, let's do it.
Shall we do it? Okay, well, let's just do this. We got to get it right for him, haven't we? Because he is an important person. That's right, isn't it, Bill?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, but on some of the stuff you were talking about earlier, I want to say, for me, Christmas does not start until I see Hans Gruber falling from the Nakatomi Plaza.
Die Hard,
Christmas.
That is true. Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie. And how is everybody doing?
Yeah,
good.
All good, mate. Yourself?
Doing good. Doing good. Can you hear me good?
Yeah. Actually, you're probably
clear. I was having audio problems the other day, so I just wanted to make sure. When does it set my audio back? And I was just barely coming through, so I wanted to make sure y'all could hear me.
Yep.
If not, I was going to go in and adjust, but I'm good. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, you're all good. You're all good. So how's things been since we last spoke?
Well, it be honest, I hate to say kind of same old, hey, Mad Wicca, how are you? But yeah, it's the same old, it's still SOSDD, same old stuff, different day, Yeah. And hello, Telford Supernatural Explorations.
Yeah.
YesE. Some new people I haven't seen before. Okay, cool. Always meeting new people. Love it.
Yeah, I believe they're streaming as well. I think they're streaming it out themselves as well. So
that's fine.
So I'm quite happy for people to stream it on their channels because it helps everyone. So yeah, with our new look show, we're no holds barred now. We're literally going. For too long, me and Nando have fluffed up round the edges and kept everyone happy. But now we're going.
No! You don't do that.
No, we got to go.
The object is to stir up curiosity. And the best way to do that is to step on people's toes where they have to go out and research it themselves and find out the truth.
That is it. Yes.
That's what you do. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And like I tell everybody, hey, I'm not a baker. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I tell it how it is, But I would like to say one thing, though.
Yep.
You said important person. I think you mispronounced that way. That word, I think it should have been impotent person. That would be more like it. And how was everybody's Halloween, by the way?
Yeah.
Y'all talk about this thing called Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Halloween. That's the best one.
We what did I get up to? I was working, and then I had a load of students setting fireworks off in the middle of the road. But apart from that, yeah, my Halloween was pretty chilled. Nando probably went trick-or-treating.
No.
Oh.
So this year, the kids now, they want to do their own thing. So they went out with their friends, and they didn't need me to chaperone or anything. Yeah. So it was I just stayed at home and sat with the dog with Sarah.
Yeah, my son and I was invited to a 20-year Halloween anniversary for the club I used to go to every Friday and Saturday night. A lifestylers club. So I got to introduce my son to that because when I was going to it, he was too young. But now he's old enough that he could experience it, and he loved it. Got to show him a lot of what some people might think of some kinky stuff, But hey, people like me, we just call it normal. You know what I mean? Just because you see somebody getting tied up by ropes and stuff, that's just normal. You see people with whips and stuff, that's just normal.
Yeah.
That's nothing different. They call us the weirdos and the strange. It's not us who are the weirdos and the strange. It's the rest of the world that's the weirdo and the strange. We're the normal ones. But other than that, I had a great Halloween and everything. Got me and my son, same son that went with me to the reunion, the club, give you kind of a hint. This kind of give a hint of what kind of club it is. The name of the club is called The Chamber.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, it's a lifestylers club. It was a live and let live club. We had everybody there.
Yeah.
The only thing we really didn't care for, and our motto was, all yuppie scum must die. Wow. We did not care for the yuppies,
It's fair enough.
But other than that, rednecks, they were welcome. And this is before this woke type thing is, transgender stuff. I mean, we had everybody there, but we just called them by their name,
Yeah.
And we just respected them as being people. Like they respected me with my lifestyle. They respected my position. And in turn, you respect their. And like I said, it was a live and let live club. Everybody was family. Everybody was family.
Yeah.
But we had a very good time. And then the weekend before that, me and my son, we went on a ghost train ride, which was interesting. It was, it was cute. Let's put it like that. It was cute. A lot of clowns, which clowns don't scare me. So, what can I say? But for me, I laughed at it. But a lot of people, are afraid of clowns, and I've got a few of those here in my room, clowns. But yeah, they don't scare me. I'm sorry. Go ahead. But I had a good Halloween stuff. Now, Christmas, bah humbug. Here in this household, it is Halloween 350. Here in this household, it is Halloween 50 weeks out of the year. The other 2 weeks I give to my wife for Christmas. So what she does, actually for us, it starts on Thanksgiving.
Right. Okay.
That's when you start putting the stuff out, is on Thanksgiving Day. And then you take it down on New Year's Day. And over here in the U.S., that's usually how it runs over here in the U.S. as far as celebrating Christmas. People started. Well, now it's getting. I mean, they had Christmas stuff out before Halloween was even here. And that kind of, if I knew I wouldn't get in any kind of trouble, I would have gone in there and destroyed the place. But of course, I'd be locked up in jail. So the store would have me locked up for destroying their items and stuff. So I had to grin and bear it. But yeah, Christmas, it's all about the money now. All about, I mean, everybody's greedy. You can't celebrate anything anymore without having stuff crammed down your throat. And then when it's crammed down your throat, then you got to pay for it.
Yep, that's it.
So. But yeah, Christmas will be rolling around for us probably the third Thursday of the month, I believe it is. I think that's Thanksgiving is the third Thursday.
Okay.
I don't think it's the fourth Thursday. It might be the fourth. I don't know. Anyway, I know for sure it's in November. And the part we celebrate is the Thanksgiving of the Native Americans, celebrating with the pilgrims coming over and stuff, which I'd be honest, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving because I think the biggest mistake is that when they came over on when the pilgrims came over, the worst mistake is that the indigenous, the Native Americans, thanks to Christopher Columbus, the Indians, that we didn't throw rocks at them and chase them off because there again, I am Cherokee, so But other than that, though, yeah. What can I say? And then Christmas falls right along with it. And I celebrate Christmas the pagan way, not the Christian way, because Christians took over December the 25th just to get the pagan holiday out of the way so that nobody would think nothing about it and they call it the December the 21st, the birthday of Christ, Jesus Christ, or Jesus, whichever one you want to call him. But he was when it was actually checked out, he was actually born more around July and not December. So another way that the good old Pope had of getting his followers underneath his thumb so that he could keep control of them.
Yeah. That's
conspiracy in its own self right there.
That's a whole new conspiracy.
Yeah, and that's a deep rabbit hole too. And that one, you've got to be very careful on it because there's offshoots to that rabbit hole that if you take the wrong one, it can be dangerous for you mentally if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
You've got to be on your best behavior.
Definitely not one that I want to go to. Like religion is a bit, you have to be very careful where religion.
I love it. That's my forte, but I only do it if a person gets me to do it. I don't do it on my own because, like I tell people, I don't mind your religion just as long as you don't force it down my throat.
Yeah.
I'm still
I tell everybody.
I'm going to come off camera while I just sort out Rocco. Give me 2 seconds. I'm listening though.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's all right.
But, I just don't like stuff forced down my throat. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell people my side and everything, but I tell them, it's like, look, I'm not trying to get you to believe like I believe. I'm just trying to get you to think.
Yeah.
Because these things I'm telling you, you can go and research and you can find out that, hey, Reverend Wild Bill was telling the truth. Or, hey, for instance, who knows? You might find out a reason why I'm completely wrong.
Yeah.
If you've got the facts and you got the proof, please tell me because you might change this old man's mind. And, it has been changed before. But I found a lot of stuff that I do say and stuff is got backed up by proof and facts. And I haven't found too many people to be able to tear them apart, I welcome it, but I don't find them doing it, because to be honest, not trying to sound egotistical or nothing like that, I've done my due diligence and you can't tear it down because it's the facts. It is the facts.
No, that's
after that though, hey, what can I say? The world keeps going,
It does. It's same shit, different day.
SOS DD.
Yeah. So it's a very important time in America at the moment.
Yes, the next couple of days is real important for America. We get to see whether or not how things are going to go, whether it's going to go down the shitter or not, and especially since Korea has stepped in the Ukraine now with Russia. That has a lot going on right now. And the problem is that one of these parties that is going to be decided on by November 5th, Tuesday, was one of the ones who kind of let Korea come in on that deal.
Yeah.
So, thanks to, anyways, yeah.
So are you a fan of the orange one?
Am I a fan? Okay. Well, now, I'll put it like this. I've always said basically there's two things you don't talk about. One is religion.
Yeah.
The other one is politics. Now, religion I don't talk about unless if somebody brings it out of me. And if they do that I will talk about only if they start it. Now, now politics, I still keep that one sacred. I will put it like this. To your answer, I will say this. I do not like who is in office right now.
No.
Things have got to change.
Yeah.
The previous person we had in office was great. They helped the economy. They helped the United States. They got us back in control. They got us to be power again. And a lot of people did not like that, especially your so-called woke liberals hated it.
Yeah.
And
do you think
things have got to change because when he was when the Orange Man, and I will say this, the heck with Orange Man, when Trump was in office, racism over here was getting a lot better. It was dying out. I mean, we were starting to get along. I mean, because everybody knows I don't believe in racism.
No.
We are all the same color on the inside. Sometimes that's the best way to see them is from the inside out. But we won't elaborate on that any. But everybody is, it's not the color of one's skin, where you're from, what your religion is. It's the person that's inside. Yeah. I will treat you like you treat me. If you treat me with respect, and being I use this term loosely, human being. I've been told by a lot of people that I am not. And but there again, too, I've also been told that I can go on that because according to medicine and scientists, I have what is called, which I know y'all have heard of, especially being in the alien field, that I have the alien gene.
Right.
I am AB negative blood, which anybody they say that has AB negative blood, which is one of the rarest bloods on Earth, has the alien gene in it. That's where it comes from. So then I've been told, since I have the alien gene, I'm a star seed.
Okay.
Whatever, the star seed thing. Okay, that's whatever. That's that to me. That's something new. That word star seed. And what that just means is that you are a product of an alien race, which I've always said that about the human race in general, because like I tell people, we are an experiment of some alien youth science project that went bad. He got an F on the project for failure. He put it up on his bookshelf, and there we've sat now all along, just battling with each other. So, but I think we're a product of the alien race anyway. So, hey, whatever. But there again, but back to the other deal of the politics. Yes, November 5th is going to show a lot. Now, I will tell you who should win. According to people I have talked to, Republicans and Democrats both. According to what I have been told, Trump should win.
Yeah.
But because of the last election, we have seen that things can be done to change that. and make it as a false election.
Yeah.
And plus also too, a lot of people does not realize what this thing called the Electoral College is over here in the United States. We can physically vote a person in completely, 100%. Now, in other words, like it could be a landslide for Trump. Let's put it like that. It could be a landslide for Trump. But then the Electoral College comes in. Now, Electoral College is supposed to put their votes in according to what their state did.
Yeah.
But, and this has been done before. It was done on another election, which I think was also done on the last one, but a previous election it was done to where the Electoral College went in and voted how they wanted it to go. Not how the people wanted it to go, but how they wanted it to go. And it went through because the Electoral College is the final tally for the vote, is the Electoral College.
That was the last Trump election, wasn't it, against Hillary, because she got like loads of votes, but then he got in through the Electoral College.
No. This was back even way before that. No, this was because Trump won that one. Trump won that one against Hillary. That was an out and out win for Trump because, believe it or not, a lot of people over here, even did not want Hillary in there. No. Now, personally, I wanted Hillary in there for one reason, because of what's coming up with Korea invading the Ukraine with Russia and stuff, that if we retaliate on that, then at that point, North Korea is going to come back on us. And people do not realize North Korea has got nuclear rock missiles that can hit the United States. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It can hit the United States.
Wow.
And but now they teamed up with Russia, so now we kind of got our hands tied a little bit. Yeah. With that we can't really do what we want to do because of that. And the administration we have in right now, they're the ones who allowed them to do that, basically. And basically kind of contributed to them. But Trump, if he comes in, he's not going to like it too much. And I'm waiting to see how that goes, to be honest. Now, there was something else that I was going to say on that note. I kind of forgot what it was. Jeez. But of course, y'all two know me. Y'all know how my brain does. I'll be on one track and all of a sudden it'll go on another trail. Like I always tell people, it goes on a Bahama cruise and leaves me standing at the curb with the luggage. You don't even take me with them. And that's what it did again. But the election stuff, that was basically that was back. God, I'm trying to remember when it was. It was quite a while back. And it was, oh man. I tell you what, guys, let me mute real quick.
Yeah, that's fine.
So is he saying that he's a Trump supporter then?
Yes. Anyway, it doesn't matter who you support. It is a big thing in America, though, isn't it? Because, like,
do you know? I agree. It is. It doesn't matter who you support, but it's just the opinions of each individual. You know, some of the stuff that I've seen them come out with, and we were talking about it earlier today. You know, I just don't agree with it. If that makes sense.
I think
it's good.
I think the thing with Trump is some of his views are quite stern, and he rallies people up the wrong way because of how he does it. But then you look at what we've had over here, like in our election, it's so much stuff. And already, like a month and a half in, they've actually gone and robbed us blind now, and we're going to be worse off for the next 4 years than what we were under the Conservative Party. So, you know, in my eyes, politicians, they all talk bullshit just to get in the door. And then once they're in the door, they don't follow through on half of it, except Donald Trump. He did build that fence. He said he was going to build the fence, and he built the fence.
But yeah, but then you look at other things that he has said, which, don't get me wrong, people in this country, politicians in this country, they're liars, and But some of the stuff he said, why would you want him in office when he's in a way, like there was a certain thing that we were talking about earlier on, he's taken people's rights away to do what they want to do with their own body, if you know what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
There we go. Bill's coming. In you come, Bill. Come on.
Okay, first off, you got to remember, in the majority, Big Brother is actually ruled by a higher group.
Yes.
Y'all's politicians, our politicians, are not the higher up.
No.
There is people above them that actually control them. We live under a puppet government.
It's the New World Order, isn't it? That's thereabouts.
It could be New World Order. It could be Illuminati. It could be the Masons. It could be. People have many names for it. I call it the higher up. And like I tell people, here's the basic way of saying it. And this is leaving out any kind of names of who they are. But I tell people it's the golden rule. Whoever has the gold makes the rules. That's how it is. Now, on Trump, the reason why I like Trump so much is because even when he went in for the first time, the Republicans wasn't going to give him the money he was seeking for his election. And they told him that. And he said, fine. He says, I'm a millionaire. He says, I will pay my own way. And he did. He paid his own way through with his own personal money. And I will say he does say some stuff that people don't like, but most of the people that don't like what he says is Democrats, the left.
Yeah.
And that's because he's stepping on their toes. And on that one of Nando, I'm going to say about not letting people do. Okay, let's talk. What he's talking about is abortion rights.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen to this. The Democrats want to make it where you can abort a fetus all the way till the day it is born.
Yeah.
That's not right.
No, because it's a human being at that point.
And what Trump is fighting for, what the Republicans are saying is that once it has a heartbeat, it is a human at that point. But then you have these woke liberals who come out and go, well, it can't live. It can't live outside of the body. Okay, there is a case that a fetus lived 20 weeks into pregnancy. It was only 20 weeks old, and it lived and became it lived. Let's just put it like that. Just make it simple. It lived. So that's a human now. But according to the liberals, it is not a human, and it could be taken by the person. Now, the thing is over here, I hate to say it, there is a group of people that basically use abortion as a birth control.
Oh, wow.
They don't want to do, they want to do the nasty, but they don't want to be responsible for their actions. So when they get pregnant, they go and they get a free abortion. When they could actually go to the pharmacy and get the morning after pill, which is a lot easier than a person. Most people does not know what happens during an abortion. They don't realize how it's done.
No.
It is insane. It's criminal. It's murder. And that's what the Republicans are against, and people like Trump, to stop murder, because basically it is murder. Now, I do believe in abortions if it has to do with like rape, against the mother's health. I hate to say this, but I will even go as far as deformities, because now they can actually test now and find out if a child is going to be okay, whether it's going to have deformities, whether it's like a mongoloid child or, different stuff. They can now check that while it's in vitro now, while the baby's still in the birth canal. The fetus is still there. And see, a lot of people don't realize too, what does that word fetus mean? What is its meaning?
Don't know.
Latin and Greek, it means little human, is what it means. Little human. So it is designated as being a human while in the birth canal in vitro. So, I do think, the Republicans, they're not really saying no abortions at all, but they're trying to limit it to certain cases, like I just said. They don't want certain people to be using it as like a birth control, because it's not. What the birth control they need to learn is to keep your legs shut. That is the best birth control there is. Leave your legs shut. 12-year-olds don't need to be going out having sex and having babies.
No.
They don't. And that's what's happening over here. You're getting teenagers below the age of 16 getting pregnant, and then they're rushing out because of certain insurance and stuff they got. They can run out and go get an abortion for free. Okay, a few weeks later, hey, then go out and have sex again. Get pregnant again, go have another abortion. There is no limits on them. It's like, but yet the reason why they won't do the morning after pill is because they have to pay for it. And the doctor has to give it to them, and they don't want that. They'd rather go to a private clinic and use their insurance and get it taken care of for free. That's the deal about the abortion, Nando. That's what that is. It's not that the Republicans are trying to take the rights away from them. They're trying to stop the abuse of it, is what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Of course, when you listen to the liberals and the left and all that woke people, I hate that woke. Right there, woke is an oxymoron in its own self, because the ones who are woke are not really woke at all. I mean, how many pronouns are there in the world now? Jesus Christ. There are so many pronouns now. I mean, I put it like this. Like I tell people, you're either born one of two things. You're either born a male or you're born a female. That's it. You're either a man or a woman. Now, what you decide to practice sexuality as is your choice. You got transvestites. You got, you got the different things. You got your gays. And see, now there again, this kills me too. Why does there have to be a division between the word gays and lesbians? They're both gays. But I've noticed, like over here in the United States, they use the word gay for the males, lesbians for the females. No, You're both gay. You're both queer. And I have nothing wrong with that at all, because my best friend was queer as a football bat, God rest him. He's been dead now for 2 years, which that's one reason why we went to the club, was me and my son, was to honor him, because every Friday and Saturday night and on special occasion at that club for let's see, from 1994 to the year 2000, he was by my side every night, except for one at that club. Matter of fact, for years, this was funny as I'll get out. People thought me and him was a couple. They even asked one night, they said, yeah, you and Bill, you're a couple, right? He goes, He said, we're no couple. You're not? I said, Bill's gay, right? And they go, no, Bill's not gay. He's a flaming hetero. He's a flamer, but he's a hetero. He says, what I tell him is, I said, he's not in the closet. He's in a shoebox, and there's a bowling ball on top of it, and the bowling ball's about to roll off. But it's like, no, he's straight. And it's like, well, we always thought y'all were a couple. It's like, no. He said, well, don't say anything to them. We don't want them to get mad at us. He won't get mad. And I happened to walk up right at that time while they were discussing. He goes, well, guess what? I said, what's that? He said, they thought you were gay. I said, okay, no problem. No, they thought me and you were a couple. I said, nah, we're no couple. I said, he's just my best friend. They go, well, we didn't mean nothing by it. I said, by what? By calling you gay. I said, it didn't hurt my feelings. It don't bother me, because, hey, when I had my barbershop, I had gay clientele that came in. I had lesbian clientele that came in. And some of them were more man than I was. But still, that's another thing altogether. But like I used to tell them, I say, here's the deal, guys. I'm going to lay the law down. First off, if anybody comes into my barbershop and they start using the word and downing gays and that kind of stuff, I said, don't say nothing. Let me take care of it. Well, what would you do? I said, first off, I'm going to ask them to calm it. Keep that kind of talk outside. We don't have that in the barbershop. And if they continue doing it at that point, then I will then kick them out and tell them never to return again on the grounds that they will be locked up in jail for trespassing. And usually 99.9% of the time, there was a police officer in my barbershop at all times. And he would then stand up and go, okay, I am now giving you your trespass warning. You step foot back in here, you will be arrested. And that was that. And that's how I used to do it. And then I would then tell them and say, okay, now here's the second rule. You do your thing, I do my thing. You try to do my thing, I'm going to go home and I'm going to tell my wife, and she's an Amazon. She's going to come back and she's going to kick your ass. And they just like, and I would say it jokingly, but in that joke was truth. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, I don't care what you do. I'm not here to say you were right or you were wrong. It's not my position to do that, because if you think about it, the only religious script that says anything about that is the Christian, the Bible.
Yeah.
No other religions say it. Only the Christian Bible says that a man should basically, loosely translated, I will say this because I would have to get my Bible out and read it if I wanted to quote it, because I don't like quoting unless if I can actually quote. But it's basically that a man should not sleep with another man.
Yeah.
That's only in the Bible. No other books. I can pull out my other books and it's not in there. It's not in there. So there again, that's another conspiracy theory right there in its own self. But back to Trump, I think he should win this go around because people are tired of what's going on. Yeah. And this person named Kamala Harris, she has been caught as so many lies that it's not funny. And now the one that I love that a lot of the brown people are up about is that when Biden was going in, she was running around telling everybody that she was a mixed breed, that she was indigenous, Native American, an Indian. Now she's dropped that now. She is no longer Native American and Indian no more. Now she's running around saying that she is mixed, but she's mixed with black. That she's in order to get the black votes. And she's done that, and but the nice thing about it though is that the smarter ones, I will put it like that, which I see that sounds bad because I'm making it sound like the dumb ones, but there again, we've got dumb in the light-skinned people too. So dumb comes in all colors, just like smart does. So I don't mean anything by it. But the smarter people, I'll put it like this. Okay, these smarter people have realized what she's saying and where she's coming from and has tagged it as BS, bullshit. And they're seeing that. And they've seen what the past, I'm going to say regime with Biden has done, which basically is nothing. I mean, for its only thing that Biden has really done for us, which is not a plus, is economy. He's made it go through the roof over here. Where the last day before Biden took over, our petrol over here was, well, of course, we're in the gallon jar and liters, but we were $1.89 a gallon.
Yep.
And over here in Georgia, during the Biden administration, we have had the highest price of gas that we ever had. And it finally made it to here in Georgia, where I'm at, it was $3.98 a gallon, which it never got that high.
Wow, that's a big jump.
For us, it was a big jump. Right. Now, that's Georgia. Now, you go over to California, it was almost $6 over there.
Jeez.
But there again, too, when it was $1.89 for us, it was like $2 something for them. Because West Coast is more because of, I don't know why, but it's always, West Coast has always been more expensive than the East Coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's stupid. And like I said, these smart people have seen this. And it's like, we can't do that again, you know. And there again, here's what I love. Who wants a pedophile as a president again? Because, well, he can't be again, because I mean, even the Democrats said they wouldn't bring Biden back in. But Biden, I mean, that man, I mean, he likes to play with little girls too much, you know. I've always tagged him as Pedo Joe ever since the beginning. Pedo Joe, you know, he's a. I don't know if I'm going to call him a sick cookie or is he just that dumb. I'm not really sure. After this little bout as him being president, I'm leaning more toward the dumb side, to be honest, because that man is just. I don't know, man. That guy's a few bricks short of a load. Let me tell you, you know. And some of the stuff, I mean, I was going to say some of the stuff he said, but hell, it's more like some of the stuff he can't say because he's done forgot it, you know. But that guy, I don't know. But let's go with the deal about the shooting.
Yeah, so I've got a little clip of the shooting, but it's not a very good one. So what we saw over here in the UK and what we heard in the UK. So I'll go through the UK story.
Yeah.
There was an ex-army military guy that took a shot at Donald Trump. He was on the roof about 100 yards away from the Secret Service. He took 4 shots and only grazed Donald's ear. Secret Service took him down. And then when he stood up, he had so much blood running down his face that you would have thought his ear had been shot off. And the Secret Service killed the guy without questioning him or anything. So that's what was all over our news. And it was labeled as a fake assassination attempt. It was, you've just handed him the keys to the White House, basically, kind of thing. So, yeah, I just wondered your opinion on that. So,
okay, first off, come first. I don't know where y'all heard about ex-military guy on the roof. That was a kid on the roof.
Right.
He was underage. He should not even had a weapon on him because he was under 21. He was not military at all. He had long hair. He was a kid. They saw him with the rifle before Trump ever took stage. They saw him there. People tried to announce it. And if you look, I've got stuff, I wish I could put it up, and it shows there the protection area of where Secret Service was. And the area where that building was, there was a horseshoe there where there was no coverage.
Right.
But yeah, all around them there was. And they're saying, you know, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 you know. And the guy that actually shot him finally, he had sight of him with the rifle way before the shooting happened. All right. Now, when they went back, now this was actually done by a military guy who went back and watched it. There was 6 shots taken.
Yep.
Total. 4 of the shots did not come from him. They were from different types of rifles. You can tell by the sound of them. He basically maybe did 2 shots, maybe. Then the other shots were from something else, from a different type rifle. The one thing that I always concentrated on, which he did too, the military guy, is the water tower. There was somebody seen on top of that water tower during that time. Now, from where that water tower was, a shot could have easily been made for Trump. And them saying, see, now this is where y'all's news is very liberal, because it's like they did it as a fake assassination attempt so that Trump would get the power to get this election. No, it was done in order to take Trump out of the election, and it was not done correctly. Because even, I mean, once the investigation started going, if you notice, the director of the Secret Service, she stepped down. She resigned because
Right.
it's because the thing was is they asked for extra protection for this outside rally. They refused it. Secret Service refused it. Said nope, forget it. Ain't getting it. Nope, ain't doing it. They had the people to do it, but nope, not getting it. And then it's just like it just it got to the point to where during the investigation, and the one I loved the best was Kennedy, Senator Kennedy. Representative Kennedy, he's the one that laid the fire down, and he's the one. I feel like he is the one main reasons why the head of Secret Service, why she did step down, is because he had her. He had her right. He had her right where he wanted. I mean, there was no way she could get out of it. And then all the other people that they went and they investigated during that time, it showed that they were too busy. The old saying, CYA, cover your assets. And some of them just weren't able to cover their assets well enough, because in order to cover their assets, they'd have to take somebody else down. And of course, they're not going to do that, because this tangled web that they have now woven has started to come collapsing down on them. But I am a firm believer that whole little scenario was a setup from the left. It was a leftist setup, because supposedly also that boy that did the shooting was supposedly a confessed Republican. Supposedly, that was one thing they were trying to throw up. Was well, the person that did it, he was a Republican, and he was still shooting. So Trump must be bad. It's these things that they throw out there to try to get the sheeple to believe it. And the ones that have believed it, that's what they wanted. They wanted that for them to believe that, like, oh, Trump's bad. And they put in these little tidbits of information, and they don't give the full information, such as, like, not picking on you, Nando, but like that deal about abortions. Nando's got a gist of the thing, but he doesn't know the whole thing. Nando, go research it. You'll find out what I'm talking about. It's not that they're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to limit it not to be a form of birth control for every little person. Boy, I almost slipped on that one. Every little person to not be able to use it for that, and to, that kind of stuff, and be able to go out and go have fun. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get pregnant. No big deal. I'll get taken care of, and 2 weeks later I'll be out doing it again. But yeah, so but the deal with Trump, that was it was not. I put it like this: whoever did it was a bad shot.
Yeah,
just to get his ear. And I'll put it like this: the only reason, now there again, they weren't a bad shot either. I take that back. That was actually good, because it was a good shot. What saved Trump is that he turned his head at the right moment. Had he not turned his head to the left, he would have been shot in the head and be dead right now. But him turning his head is what glanced his ear instead. Yep.
So the other thing was that he had a blood pack in his hand, and he was squeezing it because of the way it was running down his face. There wouldn't have been that much blood for a tiny little scratch on his ear.
Well, that's funny about that, because of him having a notch taken out of his ear. That. Yeah. I got to call bullshit on that one too. I heard about that blood pack thing. Yeah, but no.
Okay.
You know, if you know, no. It's just there again. Everything's going to be thrown in there because right now the government is controlled by the left, and 90% of the news in this country over here is liberal news.
Yeah.
So no matter what the truth is, it's going to be against Trump no matter what. You know, but it's just that the Democrats are afraid. They're afraid. They're afraid Trump's going to come back. What they're afraid of, I mean, I don't know if y'all heard this, but supposedly it's that if Trump, and Democrats have been passing this around, that if Trump comes back in as president, he's going to change laws around to where he becomes a dictator and he doesn't have to step down in 4 years, that he will continue to rule. That's BS. The puppet masters ain't going to allow that because he's against them, one, so they're not going to allow that.
Yeah.
The Declaration, the Constitution's not going to allow it because it's 4 years term and then 2 repeated terms. Now, can Trump maybe run this one, get 4 years, and then run again and get 4 more years because there was a break between the other one? Maybe so, and that would be still good. But the thing is, though, the Democrats are so afraid that he's going to come back in and he's going to bring the United States back to a conservative type nation, which really is what's needed, to be honest. Because with what's happened lately, well, you see what's happened lately. Economy's gone up. North Korea's now come out of hiding where it used to. We didn't have to hear about North Korea. We didn't have to worry about them.
Yeah.
Now, due to the liberals, we now have to worry about them because now they've come in and joined Russia now. And now you've got, Russia, we got to fear Russia. It's a big country. They're one of the top powers. But at least, though, they're not Looney Tunes. You've got North Korea. What's his name? One Hung Lo, whatever his name is. I can't remember.
Kim Jong-un. Yeah.
Kim Jong-un, yeah. But he's crazy. He's a Looney Tune. He's Looney Tunes. He's stupid, and like I always say, you just can't fix stupid. But he is. And to me, that's what's scary. And like I said, I'm not worried about Russia. And I heard the other day somebody goes, "Oh yeah, we have to watch because China, North Korea is aligned with China." It's like, no, North Korea, because somebody asked, well, why did North Korea even go into the Ukraine? It's like, well, they're aligned with China and China's aligned with Russia. It's like, no, you're wrong. Really, believe it or not, China and North Korea are not friends. They're not.
No.
They're different sides of socialism, of communism. North Korea is friends with Russia, not China, because, Russia and China, the only time Russia and China ever did anything together was during a war, and they only helped each other. Yeah. And that's because basically they were allies of such. Hence the same reason going on with North Korea and China. China's going to step in and help only because they are allies with Korea and Russia. They are loosely socialist communist. But as far as the spectrum, China is its own little entity and Russia is its own little entity. And just so happens that that North Korea leans more toward Russia. They're more of like Russia than they are China. But that's the scary part because, like I said, if we try to do anything else against them, that Russia, against Russia, that North Korea is going to take it as a threat against them, and then they're going to really do something stupid.
Yeah.
And then people go, there was people going, oh yeah, and then they're going to start the draft again and bringing in kids, and they're going to start getting killed in the military. What a lot of people don't realize, this next war, there's not going to be any fighting. There won't be no fighting.
It'll just be nukes.
It'll be bombs.
Yeah.
It's going to be bombs and fallout. I mean, that's where you start looking. I mean, and like these games we're playing these days, people say, man, it's funny how games kind of reflect reality. It's like you just don't understand how much it reflects reality.
No.
Look at Borderland. Look at movies, Mad Max, just different stuff.
Yeah.
They reflect it. And one of the bit, and like I tell people, you want to watch something that has more Easter eggs in it about what's going to happen in the future, watch The Simpsons.
That is very true. So we're going to take a short break to about a 20-second break to play a video from Nando. And then when we come back, we're coming back with questions and answers. Q&A session. So if anyone's got any questions for Bill, send them over in the chat for me. But we're just going to quickly fire this video off. As Nando explained at the start of the show, he's going to restart up his own podcast with Portal to the Paranormal. So yeah, this is Nando's latest video. What happened there?
That's great.
I like that, Nando. That's very good. Very good. And you wrote the song as well.
Yeah, I wrote the song as well. You know, because I was fed up every time you use a song, you get a strike, you get a warning. So I thought I'll copy what you were doing, you know, speaking to you about the software. And then I did my own song and I, you know, chose the genre that I wanted. And yeah, I think it fits the kind of things that we're doing. So yeah, I quite liked it. I still don't like my picture though.
No, well, it's better than the miserable picture that was up there.
Yeah, I had a look at that and then all I could see was my face. And
Nando, I thought it was great.
Thank you. Thank you.
All I've got to say is two things. One, send me the link so I can subscribe.
Thank you. I
and
appreciate
subscribe
it.
with notifications. Number two, I've got to get with you because I want a hat.
You want one of that?
I want one of the hats so I can advertise over here in the United States.
There we go. That's
yeah.
But yeah, so
I'll have to get with you so I can send you money because I know shipment from over there is crazy. But
we'll sort something out. I'll message you afterwards, and
what I'll have to do is for spending that kind of money. What I'll have to do is I'll have to get a T-shirt and a hat from you so that when I do stuff over here, I can I can advertise for you. You know,
Be cool. Thank you.
you know, I'll be glad.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do it for HAPRC, Haunted Antique Paranormal Research Center. I'm still part of them, but that's about it now. I now float. I really don't sponsor a lot of people now because I can't advertise and sponsor somebody who I do not feel like they are truthful.
Yes.
And just so many, due to egos and dramas. I only, like, when I do go out now, I only go out as a guest by invitation.
Yeah.
And am I attached to them? No, I am still myself, you know, and but I just go out as a guest, and that helps me also to, in the background, kind of see how truthful are these people. Are they real or are they not real? Are they like HAPRC and real, or are they like Zach Baggins and there's a demon every corner you turn? You know.
Well,
So it helps me on that. But I know Nando, and he's never done it. Y'all two have never, well, both of you have never done anything for me to question. Let's put it like that. And
No, I think the way we like to do things is, you know, we want people to be honest with us. We want to be honest with them.
yeah.
And I think this part of the video was, you know, a lot of people, you know, didn't realize that Portal to the Paranormal is a bigger team than just me on the vodcast all the time. You know, without the team, there is no Portal, you know.
And I was going to say, you have got a big team, sir.
Yeah. And you know what? A big team, but everyone is great and such a crucial part to the team, you know. And that, I think that's why I wanted to have all their pictures put into it, so people know that it isn't ego. It isn't all about one person. It's a group of people that are so vital to this team. And I think that's what I like about the video as well. It's not centered around one person like some people like to do. But
and with a team like that, Nando, if you go to a big place, you can always pair off with each other to do this room, to do this room, to do this room. And then later on, if you've got it all night, then switch it up and have these two do that room and these two, you know. And then at the end, you can sit there and compare notes.
That's what we do. That
And
is exactly what we do. It works.
But since you've got a big team, which you might already have it, but can I suggest one thing?
Go for it.
You have one person as a researcher. And you even have them research the place before y'all go to it, but do not say anything to y'all about it.
You know, I never thought about that.
That way, while things are going on, they can sit back there in the background going, okay, that's one of the things I read up on that's supposed to be here. Mm-hmm. And then they can, at that point, maybe have you concentrate more in that area, in that question, without really saying anything, you know. But you should have at least one person that does the research and who is good at doing it and that is good at keeping secrets, because you don't want them to be able to, you don't want them to give away anything. You know, they might not give it away, but something might happen. They might go, oh, it's like, no, you don't want that. Because at that point now you're kind of giving these other people like, there's something going on that blah, blah, blah. And see, and then at that point, I hate to say it, can start fake stuff. And you don't want that.
No, definitely not.
So that's the reason why I said you do that. You do the research. They know what's going on in that particular place. And that at the end of the evening, that's when you start comparing your EVPs and all that kind of stuff. And then they can then step in and go, yes, this is what I read about this place. We found evidence of what they were saying, that this has come through now. And this is what I read about. And they open up after the fact, you know, and that's the best thing really to do. But with that big of a team, you can afford one person to be a researcher. Even if nothing else, it's yourself, you know, if nothing else. But
you know what? I'm happy to do that sort of thing. I think that's a great idea. And, you know, so yeah, that is feedback that I'll definitely take and use that, because it'll be good to know the history and then see what the others are doing. Then I can compare I'm going to become a historian, a paranormal.
There you go.
historian.
There you go. That's what you do. See, that's how I am. I mean, I've studied demonology and stuff, but I do not consider myself a demonologist. I consider myself a demon historian. You know, that's how it is. But now, let's. What is this? I want to see these questions.
Yes,
Give me some questions. Give me some.
There. Oh God, there's a couple of questions. So I'm going to start with the easier one, which is Danny has asked, how can Trump be president if he's impeached or being impeached?
First off, Trump is not impeached. They tried to impeach Trump, and there was no found basis for it. It was kicked out, especially when it's kicked back that and proven that the Democrats have done that, if not worse. So why are they not impeached? Because there's been stuff that Biden has done that he should have been impeached on. I mean, look at these files that they found in his garage.
Yeah.
That should have not been even at his house, you know. But there again, the president does have special rights of being able to carry papers home with them and stuff like that. But they're supposed to be kept in a secure location under a secure, I would say a safe, my own self, but they should be kept securely. And when they're sitting on top of a box in the garage, that's not too secure. You know what I'm saying? So the Democrats, they've done just as bad as that, but as bad as he has. But the thing is, the left, the Democrats have done this and keep throwing up these impeachments to try to find something to keep Trump from coming back. That's the only deal. So on that
Do
one,
you think he should be allowed to run for presidency, like even the first time around? Because he has had issues with law in the past. You know,
name me one president who, if you dig up the mud on them, has not had anything against them. Name one. I don't know of any that has not had any dirt on them. I mean, even Washington. I mean, hell, he chopped down a cherry tree. You know, what the hell? You know, but then you've had, I mean, that's kind of a joke. Ha ha. But anyways, but all the presidents, if you was to dig into their past, they all have skeletons.
Yeah.
Hell, even I've got skeletons. I mean, there's some stuff I did in the past that if they was to check back, they might not even let me have a driver's license. They might not even let me be an American, you know, some of the stuff. But that's the past. And there again, the stuff that Trump did, the only thing Trump has really done maybe had to do with taxes and stuff, which I know a lot of people who's done that, you know. I mean, he's never really done nothing against the United States. Nothing that could be an impeachable offense as far as I'm concerned, because everything they tried to throw up was, like I said, was non-founded, and it was thrown out because once they started investigating it, the impeachment, I mean, I put it like this: if it was real, Donald Trump would have been impeached.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. And if he was that bad, the Republicans would not let Donald Trump run for president if he was that bad. So what this is y'all, there again, the liberal news, liberal media, and the liberals that worldwide have led y'all, the sheeple, to believe that Donald Trump is a nasty person, and he's not.
So maybe this goes on to the next question then, that maybe it's what's written in the news that has highlighted it more than what's actually been said. So I can't comment because I don't know what Donald Trump said, but it's about the trans community. So obviously, with me being LGBT, it's something that a lot of our viewers are from the gay community. So basically, again, it's from Danny. He says, do you support, I think it probably means agree with Trump's beliefs on trans sports people being banned from, and I presume he's meant to say playing sports. So if it's a trans man playing football, should he be banned for playing football.
Yes. I mean, it has been proven. Just because some Nelly comes up, sorry, don't mean no offense, okay, guys? No offense, because you know I love everybody. But you got some Nelly who comes up and decides, oh, I can't make it as a guy in sports. So I'm going to identify as being a female. And now he joins the females, even in the Olympics, and gets the medal and all that stuff. And see, that was the other, that's another different thing. But no, transgender men, and I use that term loosely, should not be allowed in female sports because it was proven. I mean, I was just watching a conspiracy show earlier today from a friend of mine as a podcast, and it was talking about that that the world 100-yard dash record was set by a female at, I can't remember exactly times and everything, but in that exact same year, a young boy broke her record. And then in that same year, hundreds of boys broke her record. And thousands of men in that year broke her record. And that's because of them being men. Men are more superior in sports than women as far as strength and speed, which is understandable. And I don't want any women to take offense to it because that's not what I'm trying to get to. They're not weak. I mean, believe me, women are stronger than men in a lot of aspects. But as far as physical strength and speed, no, I'm sorry, the men have got that. But that's the way it was always planned, because the male was the supporter. He was the one who went out. He's the one that did the hunting. He's the one that gathered the food. He was the supporter of the family. Now, as far as who ran the family, it was the female. The females have always ran the family. The males were just given the title of being the boss, when really, in all aspects, the woman is the boss. Because like when I had my barbershop and people tell me they were going to get married, I'd always tell them, just remember one thing, that marriage is a 50-50 thing. She says it, you do it. 50-50.
Nando knows that. and
also, too, the other deal is just remember you're always the boss anytime she lets you. And if you're married, the best two words to remember in your vocabulary is, yes, dear. And you will have a fantastic marriage after that. But as far as the transgender stuff is concerned, no, he is not for the men saying they're girls and then joining the women. Neither am I. That is sacrilege. No, you cannot do that. That is not right. In that case, like he was saying this morning, why have women's sports if men can join in? Why don't you just say sports? Sports. Because there would be no women's sports. If men can say that they're females and then join in just because they say, oh, I'm a woman, that's taking away women's sports right there. That is, so when little girls are growing up, you can't sit there and say, well, you can join the Olympics. You can be a great runner. You can be a great this, great that. Not when you got a man standing right beside her identifying as a woman who can flat shut her down in no time. Why? That's stupid. And then as far as this other woke stuff, he feels like I do, is like there's only two sexes. There is male and there is female. That is how you were born. Now, if you have an operation and you have Mr. Winky chopped off and you take hormones and this kind of stuff, okay, fine. I'll say you're a woman at that point, per se. You just can't have kids. To me, a woman has kids. A man cannot. And this woke stuff, he, him, it, this, they, that, whatever. No, it don't. That don't work in my book. You're a man, you're a female. One of the two. You're a male or you're a female. Now, what is your sexual preference? Hey, that's up to you. And more power to you. It's just, I feel about sex like I do religion. If it works for you and it helps you and it makes you happy, go for it. Just don't force it on me. And then the only other thing I have against this so-called transgender war type stuff is I don't like them forcing this kind of belief off on kindergarten students and stuff like they're doing over here in the United States. That is grooming. No, that is not good. That hooks right in with pedophiles. And as far as I'm concerned, these over here these transgendered mistakes, and I will say that, these transgendered mistakes over here that are trying to read stories and this kind of stuff in libraries to these young kids and stuff, basically all they're trying to do is they're trying to groom. And this one, like this other thing, like I'm against too, is, and there again, it doesn't have to do about the order per se, but there was a teacher that took down the American flag in her classroom and put up a pride flag. That's grooming to young kids, where they think of the pride flag over the American flag. That is her form of ground, and I think that's wrong. That is completely wrong. If she don't like the American flag, well, there's a couple of things she can do. If she don't like America, hell, go somewhere else. But if you don't like the American flag, fine, take it down. But don't put up the other one. Just leave no flag in there. But the thing is, though, the school's policy, though, is to have an American flag in each classroom. So she, at that point, should be removed because now she is going against their guidelines. Which, if you're going to do that, bye-bye. Have a nice day. But otherwise, like I said, hey, to each their own thing. If that does you good, like I said, my best friend was gay. And I would stick up for him 100%. Matter of fact, I'll stick up for any gays. I will, because as far as I'm concerned, they're people. And like I tell people, especially the ones I like, what I really like is the Christians. But it's wrong. It's wrong. And I look at them and I say, how do you know it's wrong? Well, it says it's wrong in the Bible. And I say, well, okay. First off, the Bible is probably one of the greatest books ever written. They go, yes, it is. You didn't let me finish. It's one of the greatest fiction books ever written. And I said, so at that point, you're going by that. But let me ask you this. Wouldn't it really be funny if you passed away and your soul goes to the pearly gates? St. Pete is standing there going, are you gay? No. Sorry, bye-bye. You go the other way. How do we know that heaven is not full of a bunch of happy people? See, that's what kills me too. When I was growing up, the word gay meant happy. And You know what? Just about every gay person I've ever met is happy. Unless if they've been persecuted so bad that they're against themselves. And that's because of these dumbass straight people who think they are completely right and everybody else is wrong. I hate that. I hate that with a passion. I know too many things that have happened to people that are of the gay persuasion. And there again, when I say gay, I mean lesbians and men both. I use it as a coverall because that's what it should be. But things have gone south for them and has caused bad problems. And that's only been because of people harping on them about stuff that they shouldn't be, because first off, they know nothing about it. I know a little bit about it because of Doug. I put it like this. For instance, we'd go to the club, to the chamber. And then after the chamber, he'd want to go cruising. Okay, fine. We'd go to this place, which I know they're all over the United States, different places, but it's called the Eagle. We would go to the Eagle for him to cruise. Now, it so happens the owner of the Eagle in Atlanta knew me personally. He came to my barbershop. The manager came to my barbershop. The bartenders knew me. So they would always look after me, but I wasn't worried, But I'd go in there and I'd find me a place and I'd sit and people watch while he's out cruising, And if he found somebody, he'd say, here's my keys. Take the car to the shop. I'll pick it up later. I'm going home. Okay, fine. Have a nice day. Have fun. Just be careful, And but yeah, I mean, many a Saturday nights I've spent there, and only one night did I have a problem. Only one, and this one guy for some reason could not accept that I told that I was telling him, look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm straight, you know. And well, I can make you gay. No, whoa, you can't make me nothing that I don't want to be. You know, and that's when finally one of the bartenders stepped in. He came over, he put his arm around me, or you know, around my shoulder, and said, you know, he said, asking the guy, "What are you trying to do? Pick up my guy?" You know, and making me sound like I hit, which was fine. I didn't mind because I knew what he was doing. He was trying to keep a problem from happening. And but like I say, these people who preach against it and everything, what makes them think they are right, that they're so right? You know, when I'm just waiting for the time to find out that they find out that they're wrong. That's what I'm waiting on. I'm going to laugh my ass off. Now, on that, do we have another question?
There's no more questions, mate. Just
all
a
right,
few.
wow, nobody's really interested in Trump, are they? Well, I can understand that.
I've had a few. You know, there's Trump's a loser. Trump is not a nice person and should not be president. But
that's fine. They've definitely been listening to the liberal news and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, so that's it, really. So thank you very much. It's always a pleasure chatting to you and doing conspiracy theories.
Well, this wasn't really conspiracy, though. This was just basically news.
Yeah, this is how everyone is.
I mean, conspiracy. Let's talk like conspiracy. Let's talk about the Kennedy shooting. You know, that's conspiracy. Let's talk about. There's all sorts of things we can talk about. But to me, the Trump thing. I mean, the conspiracy of the shooting. If you go on YouTube, you can check out some of the different podcasts that actually has facts.
Yeah.
Not just guys sitting there talking about it, but they actually got into it. They show like where the shooter was, this, that, and they show all this and how likely it is. But yet for this shot to come in, it's like, for instance, the guy that got shot and killed. Due to the angle, the guy on top of the roof couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
He couldn't have made that shot, the guy on the roof. There again, why did Secret Service tell everybody to stand down when they saw the guy with the rifle case and everything, and him climbing up on the roof? I mean, it even had videos of people hollering that there's somebody up on the roof, somebody's up on the roof, trying to get somebody's attention, and they were just ignored.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a conspiracy, it was a setup. And there's no conspiracy to it. It was a setup.
No,
and it was set up by the left in order to, well, I am a still firm believer. It was to actually take him out. It was not a messed up, it wasn't a fake sniper attack. It wasn't fake. It was real. It just so happens Trump turned his head at the right moment, and that's what caused it. And by that time, it had gotten screwed up. They spotted the boy on top of the roof. They took the shot. I mean, there again, that guy waited after 3 shots before he finally took the shot at the guy and put him down. And then there was actually other shots that was during that time of him shooting that did not come from him. So, as a matter of fact, one says that it came from an open window, which was right beside him, which you've got to go on and see these different things in order to see what they're talking about. Then there's the water tower. There's a bunch of different stuff. I mean, it's just the conspiracy. The only conspiracy there is the left trying to cover it up, trying to cover their tracks. That's what the conspiracy is them trying to cover their tracks.
So if anyone is interested, just go over to YouTube and have a little look.
You can even see the congressional questioning and stuff of all the people too, like the Secret Service director and all that. So be sure to watch. Don't just watch the deal about the shooting. Also watch that too, because that brings a lot of it into perspective. Now I will be quiet.
good luck with the election. I hope America gets the result that they want. Other than that, thank you very much for coming on the show. Nando, is there anything you want to say, or have you paused? Oh no, he's moving.
No, I'm still here. You know what it is? It's undermining all the wires. So, because the mad workers ask, what am I doing? I'm trying to not. And I think where is the fireworks going off? She gets nervous, and then what she she'll just run around, and that's what she's doing at the moment because the fireworks are going off, and it's setting her off.
Why do you have fireworks going off? What's the holiday?
Bonfire night, 5th of November. So they've been going off for the last 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, mate, it's been awful. We've had the TV on higher, like the volume on, but they can sense it and then they smell it as well, don't they? So it's just a pain.
I hate fireworks. I hate fireworks.
Right.
Mate, they're horrible.
On that note, I would like to say thank you very much, Bill, for coming. We will let you carry on the rest of your day. What time is it out there?
We'll have a catch up with you after the election and see what your thoughts are after.
That works. That works.
Cool.
But it's 4:31 out here on the East Coast right now. And it's time for me to get ready to cook supper for the boss.
Okay. Well, we will let you go. Thank you ever so much. And we will catch up with you again soon. And love to the boss.
Thank you. Yeah, she's been good in there. She's hasn't hollered at me about being loud, so
that's good.
I already told her she could turn the TV up if I got too loud. So everything's working right. So it's all
no, that's brilliant. Thank you very much, mate, for coming on the show.
Okay, take care, Bill. We'll catch up and I'll message you separately afterwards as well with my links and everything.
I want to have the T-shirt.
A sort of hat and the T-shirt out for you.
But
no, take care, buddy.
Okay.
Cheers. See you later, Bill. Bye-bye.
All right.
What a great first show back.
Yeah, dangerous water. The thing with Bill is, like you said in your intro, no filters. He has no filter. He'll just say it as it is.
Yeah, and I think that, in a sense, I think that Bill reminds me very much of my nan. When my nan was alive, everything was black and white. That's it. It's like, and so I think it's generational, isn't it? It's like, as the generations go on, things change, but the older generations still stay in their little box. And as Bill says, he doesn't mean offense by anything that he says. It's just
he just doesn't cover it up. He doesn't sugar. Like, I think I'm the opposite to a lot of people. I think people come to know me that I will try and avoid certain conversations, or I'll find, unless it's a conversation I'm very passionate about and I don't like certain things, as we've had in the past.
Yeah.
And then I will say what I've got to say, but I've got to be pushed at a point. But I think it's good that there's people out there that are willing to just say it as it is.
Yeah.
I think let's be honest, it's people don't like to hear the truth. I've said it before. People don't like to hear the truth. They're all right to say things, but no, Bill's always been great with the conspiracy theories that we've spoken to him about in the past. And like I said, he just plays his cards out as he gets them, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing. He just doesn't mince his words, shall we say.
And do you know what? When you're talking conspiracies, you want no one other than Bill, because he knows so much about a lot of the conspiracies, the aliens and stuff like that in America, and sightings. So he's very good to have in that sense. And, good luck to any of the Americans. I hope the election goes the way that you guys want it. It's, it's one of those, someone's always going to lose. So, but yeah, apart from that, not bad for a first show back.
Yeah, it's been good. What's Tracy just said? My dogs have to have diazepam for the fireworks, where it's a treat. I'll get some of them.
Are they normal diazepam, or are they through the vets?
Are they doggy diazepam?
Yeah. Or are you dosing your dogs up?
Are they doggy ones? But no, but
So next week we're going to do something paranormal. Yes, we may have a special guest on. I'm unsure as of yet. I have dropped a message.
who's the guest?
They're very good at using certain equipment.
Do I know this person?
You may do.
Have I spoken to this person before?
Yes, you have.
Male or female?
Male.
Let's see. Let's play again. Let's see if I can guess who it is.
Okay.
So male,
Male.
English or American?
Neither. Aha! Foxture.
English or American? Neither.
Mm.
I just want to refer to Mad Wicker's comment as well.
I'll put it up on screen.
Oh, you've just taken it down, you donkey.
There we go.
Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion and thoughts, and I agree. I think, if we're going to have those sort of conversations, respect one another, and everyone's always going to have their different. Me and Rob, we're like really good friends. I would say like the best of friends, but we've had conversations where we've disagreed with. I don't agree with certain things that Rob has said before when we've spoken about stuff, and it's just having a healthy debate, but respecting one another. So yeah, I do agree, and it's good to have healthy debates. It makes things interesting. While Bill has said what he said, do I agree with everything that he said? No, but I respect him because he does do his I can't say the word.
You did a little. Yeah.
But he does his research to back himself when he says stuff.
And I think
you're right. I only went with what I've seen on the news, and the news is great because they only give you a snippet of what, and it makes it portrays it in a bad way, and maybe that's where I've taken it from. But no, I agree with Mad Wicker.
So Tracy says the vets cost a fortune, so it's normal human diazepam, just 2 milligrams. So maybe that's something that you can try with Trixie.
I'm gonna try it. I'm
gonna a few more nights of it, and then that's it, isn't it? And then it's not till New Year. So yeah,
the other thing that I'll do is I'll put her under my top, and she'll sort of like last night I sat her in my top, and she just poked her head out every so often
for a little bang. Yeah,
So
okay, yeah. So as for the guests next week, I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, let's get back to that. No, wait there. Not American, but not English.
Not American, not English.
Are they a real person?
Yes.
You said it's a male.
It is a male.
Not American, not English. And I've spoken to this person before.
Yes.
Do they reside in the UK?
No.
Do they reside in America?
No. Like I say, I haven't. I haven't heard back from them yet. But
am I going where I think I'm going?
Down the Yellow Brick Road? Australian? No, not Australian. That came from Wild Bill. He's Australian.
Why am I saying Russia? I've never spoken to anyone that's in Russia before. Scottish?
No. Scottish is part of the UK.
No, it isn't. It's Scotland. Scotland.
Wow, that's it. We're going to be cancelled now just because you've upset the Scottish. So,
don't get me wrong, the Scottish are great, but Scotland, Welsh. Are they Welsh?
No. I'm going to let you ponder on it. I'm going to say
Irish.
my goodbyes. No, definitely not Irish. I'm going to say my goodbyes. I'm going to leave this one Fernando to think about. I will make sure you turn your bells on so you get the notification as to when the live is next week, because I'm waiting for my rota. It may be Monday night again. It may just be a little bit later. It may be 8:30 on Monday, because I know I finish work at around 5 o'clock. So 7 o'clock. So it depends on how quick I get home. So it'll probably be 8:30 next Monday. But Nando, I'm going to leave you to think about it. We're chatting in the green room. Would you like to say your goodbyes? And how are you doing?
I'm still trying to work out. Are they from a different planet? I'm still trying to work it out.
I've given you so many clues.
You've not given me a male.
Yeah.
Not American, not English, not any national. What, Egyptian or?
No. I've already said it anyway. Come on, say your goodbyes.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining. It's been great to see all the familiar names. You know, Tracy, Madwicker, everyone else. It's been lovely. I'm trying to still work out who he's potentially getting on. So,
anyway, next Monday, 8:30. We will be back next Monday at 8:30. For now, how are you doing? Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you all for joining. The lights are shining bright. A show filled with laughter. We hope you felt the light. From Rob to Nando, we're grateful every night. Your love fuels our passion. We reach for new heights. In every click and comment, your support we see. Together we create magic, you and me. Thank you for the laughter, the memories we share. From the bottom of our hearts, we're always aware. Next week's show is coming, we'll take you on a ride. With Rob and Nando, your host by your side. So hit that like button, let your voice be known. Leave us a little message in this space we've grown. Subscribe for more adventures, we're never alone. With you by our side, we're building a home. Until next week comes, let's keep this fire lit. With dreams to ignite, we'll never quit. Thank you for the laughter, the memories we share. From the bottom of our hearts, we're always aware. Next week's show is coming, we'll take you on a ride. With Rob and Nando, your host by your side. So thank you once again for making this real. We'll see you next week with more joy to feel.